Why is the undefeated Orochimaru always easily defeated by the Uchiha? As one of Konoha's legendary Sannin, his strength is undeniable, and like the other two, he is at least Kage level. Why does Orochimaru often seem powerless against certain opponents? Is it weakness, or is there another reason? Before exploring this, let's review his notable achievements. He led his team to ambush and kill the 4th Kazekage, Rasa, and later launched the Konoha Crush Plan. Using Edo Tensei, Orochimaru summoned the 1st and 2nd Hokage, leading to the 3rd Hokage's death. While these were ambushes, the legendary 3-way battle truly showcased his strength, as he held his own against the other Sannin despite his sealed hands, unable to use ninjutsu. This is enough to prove his true strength. Early in Shippuden, Orochimaru even battled Naruto in his tailed beast form. Even in his weakened state, Orochimaru was able to hold his ground against Naruto's Four Tails form. Though suppressed throughout, Jiraiya, facing the same Four Tails Naruto, was severely injured. In the end, Orochimaru withdrew unscathed, which is quite impressive. In a flashback, he briefly clashed with Akatsuki members Sasori and Deidara, using the abilities of the 3rd Kazekage against Sasori's puppet version. The fight ended inconclusively due to the 3rd Kazekage's skills. Looking at Orochimaru's fighting style, he mostly relies on snake-based ninjutsu and his extraordinary regeneration to wear down opponents, occasionally using Edo Tensei to summon allies for a group assault. However, in battles against the Uchiha, he rarely has the chance to use these tactics. In his first fight with Itachi, he was instantly defeated by a single genjutsu and even lost an arm in the process. When Sasuke defected, Orochimaru attempted to possess him through a body switch, but was countered in the alternate dimension. Later, during the brothers' battle, he emerged briefly only to be swiftly sealed by the Totsuka blade. From these battles, it's clear that Orochimaru's resistance to genjutsu is surprisingly weak, despite the official databooks giving his genjutsu abilities a perfect score of 10. What makes Orochimaru's resistance to genjutsu and possession so weak? Likely it's due to his frequent use of Fushi Tensei to take over bodies and extend his life. His Fushi Tensei is essentially a possession technique, allowing him to transfer his soul into another's body through a special method. Orochimaru transfers his soul into another's body, erasing the host's consciousness and taking control. However, abandoning his original body, which had strong genjutsu resistance, and the incompatibility with new bodies shortened their lifespan. This forces him to constantly switch bodies, much like replacing a phone battery when it wears out. After replacing the battery, the performance is decent at first, but it doesn't take long for the endurance to deteriorate. The lifespan of each new body is much shorter than that of his original one, trapping Orochimaru in a vicious cycle where he must constantly switch bodies to sustain his life. Moreover, with each body switch, the lifespan of the new body becomes progressively shorter, as no matter how skilled he is at possession, nobody can match the compatibility of his original one. Over time, this constant switching takes a toll, leaving his soul and spirit increasingly fragile and vulnerable. During his encounter with Sasuke, even in his own genjutsu space, Orochimaru's fragile mental strength couldn't rival the Sharingan. This likely explains his obsession with it. The Sharingan's abilities could have compensated for Orochimaru's greatest weakness, but ironically, he has no defense against it, making it an unattainable obsession. As for being sealed by the Totsuka blade, it's worth noting that even Nagato, despite wielding the immense power of the Rinnegan, was instantly defeated by it as well. So, Orochimaru isn't weak. He turned his perfect genjutsu resistance into a serious vulnerability. This is why Orochimaru is always overpowered by the Uchiha. If he had kept his original body with perfect genjutsu resistance, he might not have matched Itachi, but wouldn't have been instantly defeated by Sasuke's Sharingan.
I've got an itch I can't scratch, I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round, welcome to the freak show, the best in town. What the hell's wrong with me? I don't get along with anybody, honestly. I've been living in my own head, constantly thoughts jumbled round.